Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Angela Buchman. Welcome to WTHR Plus. It is 2 o'clock on a snowy Saturday afternoon. This is round 2 of snow, and what will follow still the dangerous cold we're expecting, so an active winter weather pattern for central Indiana. 2 o'clock, we're going to start with kind of a big view to show you that we still have several hours of snow to get through. As of 1 o'clock, National Weather Service in Indianapolis was nearing an inch and a half of snow. So I would imagine most of us are in that 1 to 2 slightly higher inch totals so far. And you can see the back edge of the weather system in parts of Iowa. So we still have several hours of snow to get through this afternoon and this evening. We remain under a winter storm warning for most of central Indiana through midnight. Counties that are highlighted in the purple color, winter weather advisory. I wouldn't necessarily focus on if you're under an advisory or a warning. Just know we are all dealing with this snow, 1. And 2, the dangerous cold that is already starting to move in. The advisory just means you're going to be on the lower end of the totals, although right now widespread 4 to 6 plus expected for most of central Indiana, including Martinsville and Shelbyville, Carmel and Muncie, all of Marion County up toward Kokomo. And then once you get away from that warning area, that's where totals will be just a little lighter. But regardless, we're all dealing with the snow and we're all going to be dealing with the cold. Snow everywhere on radar. So I want you to focus on the areas of darker blue as we do a little tour around central Indiana. The areas of darker blue will indicate the steadier bursts of snow, 1/2 inch to 1 inch rates per hour, and reduced visibility. I came downtown, I got here about 1 o'clock, and it was double drive time for me. So it's definitely slow out there, and we'll check some traffic here in just a second as well. But if you focus on the areas of darker blue, that's where we have the steadier bursts of snow from Ellettsville to Bloomington, Columbus, south to Seymour and North Vernon, Greensburg as well. We will go north into Marion County. It is slow going. The roads are snow covered and they are slick. When we're talking about the snow and the fact that it's happening during the daytime, so lots of people on the roads, that's 1, difficult for the crews to get the roads clear, and 2, we're going to be fighting and battling the cold air, which makes those chemicals sometimes, well, they just don't work as well when it gets this cold as far as melting the snow. Bursts of snow moving through Hendricks County from Brownsburg to Avon, Plainfield, and then south into Morgan County, Mooresville, all across Marion County, and then east to Greenfield, south to Shelbyville and Rushville. We travel east along I-70 and north of 70. Really see this dark blue highlighted here from Alexandria to basically the Tipton-Hamilton County line. So between Tipton and Cicero and Sheridan, and then back through Frankfort into Lebanon and in between Crawfordsville and Lafayette. So you'll find 231 south, definitely snow covered and definitely slick at this hour. Snow is a little lighter up toward Monticello, Delphi and Logansport. Same if you're south and west toward the Bedford area into Bloomfield as well. Not quite as heavy as the bursts of steadier snow that we're dealing with in Greencastle and Ellettsville. So that's kind of a tour all across central Indiana. And no, with Future Trek 13, we are covered in blue at this hour, and that's going to continue. I'm going to stop it at 4 o'clock. Still expecting those 1/2 inch to inch per hour snow rates through 4, 5 o'clock. You'll notice by 6 p.m. we start to get some lighter intensity out to our west and some breaks. Eventually, we will see this come to an end from northwest to southeast. For most of us, by 7, 8 o'clock, the winter storm warning will go until midnight. As the winds start to kick up, blowing and drifting snow will become a problem, and the Arctic air that's coming in as well. No surprise here, the road conditions are in between icy and snowy, and what I found, for the most part, they were snow covered and slushy and definitely on the slick side. In terms of accidents, I didn't see any on my way in, but we have had several slide-offs across central Indiana, and traffic continues to be very, very slow. Highlighting a couple of accidents here, a handful across central Indiana as we get the latest update. It's showing green now, but I will tell you the majority of the roads are in this yellow category there as we get the update. Definitely slow, and then if you focus on the areas of red, that's where we have basically stopped traffic. Not surprised here on the southeast side of 465. We have accidents and some slow going there, a few accidents near downtown. And really, even where we don't have the accidents, traffic is in that slow category. It took me, again, double drive time, so just be prepared. This is what you're going to run into as you're out and about this afternoon and this evening. Crews haven't been able to get on the roads. They've obviously been pre-treated, but haven't been able to get on the roads to plow everything. So a little difficult to see where you have the lane lines. I was also surprised to see how many people were out today, but that's okay. If you take it slow, you'll get where you're going, but just know that it is going to take you longer. By the way, this is Fall Creek Parkway and Keystone Avenue. Slow going through the traffic lights. That's one other thing I found is instead of, 10, 15, 20 cars getting through a traffic light at a time, it's closer to a handful. So it's just slow going out there. This is Connorsville in the eastern part of the state, and you can see snow-covered and slick roads here. Easy an inch of snow or so on the ground already. We'll go from Connorsville to Carmel. Christkindl Market, there are some people out and about today enjoying the ice skating rink, but I have heard, and you'll need to confirm, if your plans include the Christkindl Market in the next couple of days, hours may be adjusted and or the market may be shut down because of the dangerous cold. So before you make plans like this, especially the next couple of days, make sure it's open, call ahead, look online, that sort of thing. Also, for plans tonight, you'll want to check the closings list because we've got lots of closings and delays. I saw a few already come in for church services. For tomorrow morning, there are going to be lots and lots of cancellations, delays, things like that. I also got an email from my local Chick-fil-A that was closing at 2 o'clock today because of basically because of the safety for their staff. So again, if you have plans, you're going to dinner, you're grabbing lunch, you may be out and about, but just know everything may not be operating as usual because of the snow. We go to Bainbridge in the western part of our viewing area. Easy a couple of inches of snow on the ground, and it's starting to pile up in Bunker Hill. This is in the northern part of our area, one area where we expect the totals to be just a little lighter, just outside that warning criteria. Whew, this is downtown. Visibility is low as Marion County is under one of those bursts of steadier snow, and it's 18 degrees. Winds are west-northwest at 13. That does bring wind chills down into the single digits. It's feeling like 5 in Indianapolis, feeling like 6 in Muncie, 1 in Kokomo, 0 in Lafayette. I heard Lindsay during the 1 o'clock update say that Sean had pointed out that we know you're going to have to shovel or use a snowblower or something like that. You might want to do it in a couple of waves because if you wait, you're going to be dealing with temperatures continuing to drop. So you'll be battling the snow on the ground and the really cold air. So if you could get one layer of snow off, it might be helpful. And just realize most of us are going to be digging out of 4 to 6 inches or more of snow and battling that cold air. Weather impact alert that continues through Monday. The snow will come to an end later this evening, but then we turn our attention to the bitter cold that's already starting to move in. So we've got the snow followed by blowing and drifting snow. So especially in those outlying areas, those country roads, visibility will be low because of the wind and blowing and drifting becoming an issue. And then those wind chills, 15 to 25 below zero. So there are plenty of things you can do to help protect yourself, your family, your home, your pets, and just plan on some slow travel. Realize there are going to be cancellations and delays to events. When it does get this cold, limit your time outside. Honestly, it's going to be too cold for pets. I know we've got a little dog that once it gets to a certain level of cold, she just immediately starts to pull those paws up. So it's just going to be too dangerous for the pets. School disruptions possible on Monday, church services for tomorrow morning, and there will be some cancellations for events this evening. So as I mentioned, just make sure you call ahead or look online. These are actual low temperatures for tomorrow morning. We're going to go sub-zero. Factor in those winds. Those wind chills will be 15 to 25 below zero. Temperatures will struggle single digits for highs, and those wind chills will stay sub-zero all day long tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. When it does get this cold, it becomes a threat to your home. I know I've got a couple of a bathroom I know that's on an outside wall. So I'll drip cold water in that faucet overnight. You can also open the cabinet doors to keep the warmer air circulating around the pipes. But if you've had trouble in the past, or if you've got one of those faucets that gives you trouble when it gets this cold, it's going to be that cold tonight and tomorrow night. And also, we have to remind folks that as far as heating your home, and if you're using a space heater, you want to make sure that's in the middle, not near any curtains or drapes or furniture or anything like that. And an oven is never, ever, oven or stove, never, ever a safe way to heat your home. There are heating centers that do come open when it gets this cold. Just be sure to check your local community. Again, this is radar. This is how it looks, and it's how it's going to look for several hours. Now, sometimes when we're on WTHR Plus, we throw this up on Facebook. So I was going to see if we were on Facebook today, just to see if we're on and if anybody had any questions. But I don't see us on Facebook. Sometimes we put it on Facebook Live, and if we do that later, and oh, we are. Here, let me see if we have any questions. Just know that, let's see, I don't necessarily see any questions right now, but know that we're going to continue these updates. Oh, I can tell you, I found it. Jerry's watching. Muncie, checking in with snow, yes. Matthew said really coming down in Greenfield, definitely. Let's see. Asking about delays and cancellations. I will tell you, we're starting to get a lot of them. You can check the closings list on the app or the website, and we may be putting those at the bottom of the screen as well if you're watching on 13, which we'll have team coverage of the winter weather at 6 o'clock on 13. These updates will continue at the top of every hour between now and then, so we'll do another one at 3, another one at 4, and another one at 5. Snowing in Muncie. Shannon checking in with snow just south of Greenwood. Kathy checking in, hello to you. Susan checking in. Current snowfall total. So Kenneth wanted to know the current. At 1 o'clock, the Weather Service in Indianapolis had reported about 1.5 inches. So based on 1/2 inch to inch per hour rates, I'd say we've got a good widespread for most of us, a couple of inches of snow on the ground, and we are going to add to that. Kate checking in, hello to you. Joshua, snow total for Columbus. So on the edge of where we have the heaviest snow just north of you, but still easy in that range of 2 to 4 inches or more. If we look at radar, we don't get a break. It's not ending until we get back into Iowa, so we still have several hours of snow. And with those 1/2 inch to inch per hour rates, and we calculate that out between now and 7 o'clock, we've got another 5 hours of snow going. So easy, another 3 to 5 inches on top of what we've got. So I hope that helps. Ed checking in from Gaston, hello to you. Troy checking in from Shelby County. Rick is watching, and yes, I think he likes the snow. Jacob in Lebanon, about 1.5 inches. So that's, I would say, pretty consistent to what we are seeing so far. 1.5 to 2, maybe a little more. And then with 5 hours of additional snow, we're going to add another 3 to 5. Kayla wanted to know how the roads are in Bargersville and Greenwood. I came in from the north side, and it took me double drive time. So if it takes me 25 minutes, it took me almost an hour to get downtown. So if you've got plans this evening, that's the type of That's the type of travel you're going to see. The roads are snow covered, they're slick, and until we get a break from the steady snow, it's going to be hard for those crews to get out on the roads. But I appreciate you checking in on Facebook. Again, we'll do this at 3 o'clock, again at 4, again at 5, and then we'll have a full live update for you on Channel 13 at 6 o'clock. I'm meteorologist Angela Buchman. We'll see you in about 45 minutes.